Are there any special requirements for anyone who wants to maybe to do Sahaja yoga?
Not at all. I mean, just you wanting to have more balance and peace and to feel experience these things for yourself is all you need, really. That's essentially it, you know. Come along to some meetings, they're free. So there's nothing to lose, really. You know, you're not paying for anything, and you can. There we'll have more details. We'll give a more detailed explanation of what goes on with this system, and we'll have a longer meditation. This is just a very brief demonstration for everybody. So yeah, all you need to do is bring yourself along, really, and try it out for yourself.
Obi, just you and I are Africans.
Yes.
Really. any special diet or any special kind of clothing?
No, not at all. For clothing, our culture has beautiful patterns, and a human being should dress himself honorably. And that is all.
Sure.
You know. For food, there is no requirement whatsoever with food. Some people say you have to be a vegetarian to do yoga and all that. But mind you, yoga, mainstream people think yoga is exercise. It's like going to the gym. You know, it is not. Yoga is union of the individual soul with a greater soul. So how are you on this way, on this path to that union, to achieving that union? That is what is important. And if you look at Sahaja Yoga, the energy centers we are talking about, they control organs and functions in our body, which means also that if you have some physical problem like sickness, it can be pinned down to one or two combinations of energy centers. Weaknesses in these energy centers result and deteriorate into what you feel as a physical problem. You know, for which you go to the chemist or to the doctor. He prescribes some tablets, you know, basically chemicals for you to take. But these energy centers do not work along the lines of chemicals. It's nature. Sometimes the sun can heal certain things, but the knowledge is not available to man. Through Sahaja Yoga, you get to know all these things. The sea, water, any natural thing is basically a medicine if you know how to apply it, you know. So through Sahaja Yoga, you acquire this knowledge, and it's just not just a mental knowledge. It is something that you live with, and you know it is true.
Now, $1 million question. You see, there is a lot of, as I said, a lot of misconceptions about yoga and meditation. So the question is, we are told that when you are meditating, these guys who meditate or who practice yoga can just sit like this in a room and then all of a sudden disappear or go through a wall. How true is that?
Well, I can only speak about Sahaja Yoga meditation because I'm not by any means an expert in other forms of meditation. And you know, some forms of yoga are not particularly true forms of yoga. So there is this difficulty in answering your question. But certainly, what's happened now is that the Kundalini energy has awakened. So this energy that we were talking to is a mother energy, it's Kundalini energy. It's actually the reflection of the Holy Spirit within you. Okay? So, as we said, your connection with the divine power is established. Now, the divine is not interested in cheap tricks. It's not interested in money. It's not interested in, you know, magician's play. It's a much higher thing. So if people are distracting you with these kind of things, then it's not a good thing. It's taking you away from the spirit. It's taking away from yourself. It's distracting you from the reality and the essence of being.
Let me ask you, most Kenyans I know are watching and they would like to get more information about yoga. Now you're going to Mombasa, Kisumu, and then here in Nairobi, and you've stated the dates that you're going to be in each and every city. What about I'm living in a faraway city from Nairobi, from Mombasa, or Kisumu? What are they going to do? Where can they get more information?
Okay, I mean, if viewers, if they live in more remote areas and they have access to the internet, there's a website in Kenya, which is www.meditationkenya.com.
Okay.
And
www.meditationkenya.com.
And actually, on that website, they can actually practice this form of yoga.
So you don't need a teacher, basically.
You don't need a teacher, essentially. If you're in a remote area, you can just go online and you can practice it there. We are also interested and making ourselves available for those who are interested in doing community programs. So if you're interested, please go to the website. Our contact numbers are there. And probably on the scroll you've probably seen our number come up too. Please contact us. We're very happy to come along. If we can make it, if we can fit it into our schedule, we'll try and come to a community and maybe give programs to small towns or villages even. That's another option. And the website's another alternative, you know.
Okay.
Let us remind ourselves of the scheduled program.
Just before that, you're going to do that when you're winding up. Is yoga or Sahaja yoga for the rich only, or even a poor person? You see, I've not eaten. I don't have any money to pay for my kids' school fees, and then you're telling me to sit down and start meditating and asking my inner self, a question that which goes like, "Am I?" You said, "Am I?" The question.
Am I the spirit?
Am I the spirit?
Am I the self? Yeah.
So how is it possible to the poor in society?
It is possible because the rich and the poor, they live on earth, and where do they go? Do they go to separate places after earth, after they are alive on earth? They may be buried in separate graves, but where do they go? You will find it is ignorance that makes us do many of the things we do, you know. Basically, a rich man has more material things. He is not rich spiritually, essentially. He is not rich spiritually. So we are talking here of spiritual wealth as opposed to material wealth.
Okay.
We have known that the great saints were never materially rich people. But they were very happy people, very peaceful people who emitted peace and very helpful, dedicated, selfless to others.
Okay.
You know. So a life that is helpful to others is a more fulfilling life. You could have so much if you are not helpful to others. If you could have so little if you do not respect and appreciate others. You know, we are not separate. We are all one in the eyes of the divine.
Okay. You are telling us about the days that you're going to meet Kenyans in different places.
Yes, we expect Kenyans. We would be waiting to welcome them at the City Hall in Kisumu on Wednesday the 3rd and Thursday the 4th, Friday the 5th of November at 4 to 7 p.m. And also here in Nairobi on Saturday the 6th, Sunday the 7th. On Saturday it is at Ambassador Hotel at Moi Avenue, 6 to 9 p.m. And on Sunday at Vilimani Hotel, that's Sunday the 7th, at Vilimani Hotel, 2 to 5 p.m. And also the same day at Ambassador Hotel, 6 to 9 p.m. We'll be going to Mombasa and expecting to receive you on Wednesday the 10th at Kohino Suite Hotel at Haile Selassie Road, 5 to 8 p.m. as well as Thursday the 11th. Same place, Kohino Hotel at Mombasa.
Yeah, we've been talking about yoga and meditation. I've been with my colleagues here, or my friends, the UK, and you've heard it. I think the misconception which has been rife about yoga should now be put away. And thank you very much for appearing on our TV station after a short notice just yesterday, and I'm very grateful. Thank you very much. Unless you remind us your names again.
Thank you. Manitu.
Manitu.
It's a pleasure.
Okay.
My name's Sid. And don't forget also that all the information is on www.meditationkenya.com.
Obi.
I'm Obi, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Don't you stay away.